Hi, it's Chris and Little Ruby Rose, and I'm here to answer some of the most asked real estate questions. The first installment that we'll do today is on the buyer's side. Then we'll do another installment another time on the selling side, and then on the lending side. So we agents know you hear a lot of terminology and it can get a little bit confusing. So hopefully you can learn some basics here. What is an escrow officer? Or we should say, who is an escrow officer? An escrow officer is the person that walks you through the closing process. They are a neutral third party and they are responsible for overseeing the escrow process. They typically perform title searches, or they can be the title officer also. They prepare final paperwork and witness document signings, as well as ensure that the transaction is executed properly and legally. What are closing costs? Closing costs are expenses incurred by both the buyers and sellers in transferring ownership of the property. Now, they're not going to be the same amount, obviously, because the seller pays commission to both agents. However, as the escrow process commences, the escrow officer will be able to give you an expense sheet and an estimate of what your closing costs will be at the end. Now, here's something that gets a little bit confusing for some buyers is, what is the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval for a loan? If you're pre-qualified, that means that you could potentially get a loan for the amount stated to you, assuming all the information you provided to the bank is accurate and true. Now, if you're pre-approved, it means that you have undergone the extensive financial background check and the lender is willing to give you a loan, which means they've checked your tax statements, your bank statements, your pay stubs, etc. And you will usually be provided an accurate figure which shows the maximum amount that you're approved for. Now keep in mind, most sellers prefer buyers that have been pre-approved because they know that there will not be, or potentially not be, any problems with the loan part in the purchase of their home. So it's well worth you going through the entire pre-approval process. Okay, are you hanging in there with us? Just a couple more things we want you to know. What is a contingency? A contingency is a provision in a sales contract stating that certain events must occur or certain conditions must be met before the contract is valid. This could be disclosures, the physical inspection, the loan process, termite inspection, etc. This is usually the first 17 to 21 days of the escrow period. And lastly, what are comparables, or like us cool people like to call them, comps? These are referred to as recently sold properties, usually in the past 6 months, that are similar in size, location, and amenities to the home for sale. These properties help an appraiser determine fair market value of a property. Now, unlike Zestimates, your agent will take considerable time and effort in determining value in your particular area and will be a lot more precise. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope that in some way you learned something. Please call me if you have any other questions, or if there's any way that I can help you out. Or if you want to drop by the office and see myself and Little Ruby, please do. We would love to see you, chat with you, and have some coffee. Bye for now.